Sadie's not going to be here tonight. She's in Florida. She will be back next week. Well, Wednesday. Come on. All right, I got 6 o'clock. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out in the rain. Appreciate it.
So we've got actually 2 meetings to approve. We had the last select board meeting on February 20th. And then we had a non-public last week for doing some interviews. So you get a chance to review these, Dan?
I did, yes.
We had 1 change on the non-public, and it's under number 3 after 5 p.m. Just eliminate the and the. So
Easy one.
you have a motion to approve as amended.
Motion to approve is amended.
All in favor?
Aye.
Second that. All in favor? Aye.
Thank you, Stephen.
So after a long haul here of, thankfully, we had an interim town administrator in here, Jack Wasmack, done a phenomenal job. Jack will stay around for a while to make a transition, but we were, after several rounds of interviews with MRI candidates, we hired Chet Hagenbarth. Chet, I'm going to give him a chance to speak, but has a wealth of knowledge both in DPW work, but also as a town administrator up in Killington, Vermont, and very kind of a unique situation. So we're happy to have him on board. He's going to be a great addition to our overall plans, I think, as we move forward. So, Chet.
Thank you for bringing me on. One thing that Stephen will learn to regret is to say, to have me talk, because I won't be here for a while. But I come here via Killington. I have a lot of experience. Actually, prior to that, most of my career was related in the engineering, permitting, and construction side of things on major projects. And then an opportunity came about, and I've been working in Killington for 12 years. And we basically took a place where some very similar things that we were working on that the town is, where after Irene, basically the town had used all of its reserve funds and got down to nothing, and we hadn't been funding our capital for years and different things. There were so many changes and so many things, and we spent a lot of time, which is one of the reasons I think that I was brought on, is to continue the work that the select board has already started with, getting onto a capital plan and getting onto trying to fix or enhance the situations that you have. Every town has some things to deal with. My goal is to help unify a vision that we can start to work on both finance things, operational pieces, and other public service things. Like I know there's been some all volunteer work in the rec department, and we want to make sure we're providing the programs that we need to provide. We have issues with some of the equipment getting a little bit older, and we're going to work on how do we make a plan to get us to the places where we're going to be fully functional and operational. Uptime and service to the public is a key. Transparency is a key for me. And I think the select board is handing me a process that they've already started, that I will be able to help bring it to the next level and make a long-term plan, where we're going to have a good 5-year plan, but also out 25 and 30 years. So we kind of know what's going to happen. It's all going to be out there for you to see. And there'll be no surprises. You'll know what we're going to do next. And I think that's a key to what I think I can bring. We did fix our reserve fund balance in Killington from 97,000 to 1.2 million in 5 years. So there are things that we can do, and these are the things we want to do is make the project, the town healthier, both financially and structurally. And I'm, like I said, always open for anybody to come in, have a conversation or set up a meeting. It's an open door policy and it's a real open door policy.
Would we be able to live in or near town?
The long-term goal is yes. My wife is a school administrator that works slightly west of where we live right now, so we're kind of going opposite directions. And in a couple of years, that will probably transition. We do want to get over on this side of the border. You know, before we get to retirement age for sure. You know, so that has always been part of the plan, which is why I was looking over here. Actually, this was the furthest west I was looking in New Hampshire when we were looking for different opportunities.
Thanks, Chet.
Thank you, Chet. Yeah, welcome aboard, my friend.
And again, I can't express my thanks to Jack for stepping into a role and then really taking us along for the past year on, you know, limited time, but he's really opened our eyes to a lot of things that were going on, and I appreciate that. And you know, he's going to still stick around and give support to the transition. And I think it's going to be a great move overall as we move forward. I know our town employees are excited to have somebody here 5 days a week. But
That's just last name.
Hagenbarth, Hagenbarth.
Thank you.
and we're still in the process of getting him set up with a phone and everything else, but he has access. Like I said, he's at the town office. He has the town admin email address that's been the same, so you can get a hold of him pretty easily, so.
Just 20 seconds just to show my appreciation to Jack as well. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure as well.
Okay, so next week is the final session for town meeting. It's when we're voting. For coverage, we're gonna be, Sadie's gonna take the morning shift, I'm gonna take the midday. And Dan is gonna do some in the afternoon, and then we're gonna have somebody else in there as well, so. The goal is to have the coverage throughout the day as we normally do.
Yep.
I do wanna encourage everybody to go out and vote. We've put a lot of work into this year's, plan. It's sort of the basement of a lot of the plans that we're looking for going forward.
Yep.
You know, from government buildings to highway and everything else, we've got to have the building blocks in place to move forward. So there's a lot on the docket, a lot of changes to how we've done stuff in the past. And you know, please go out and support us as much as you can, so.
And I would add, we have Meet the Candidates Night Saturday. Anybody who is interested, curious, has questions, wants to just sit and listen, spread the word, attend the Candidates Night. I think it's going to be incredibly informative. It is available on Zoom. It is here at the EOC. That's Saturday night at 5:30. Please spread the word and make some availability in your schedule.
You're on board, sir.
You're out of order, sir.
2 points ahead.
Nice.
So then we have point of order. We, in the transition with fire and everything that's going on, we had asked George Lazarus and Bill Bellion to step up as the emergency management director and assistant. They both agreed to that, so we just need to vote on that it's to ratify it. So we have a motion for that.
I would, we'll do them separately or both.
I get
So
it.
I would make a motion to appoint in the interim, George Lazarus and Bill Bellion as our emergency management director and deputy director.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
And thank you to those folks for stepping up to the plate. We appreciate it very much.
So we have, next step in our, Canaan Community Power Coalition Committee is actually to establish a committee. And that's the first step, and then that will come back to us with a plan for the program. We actually have, 4 people that have volunteered to be on that committee. But move to establish an electric aggregate committee, and pursuant to RSA 53E:6 to oversee the development of a plan for an electric aggregation program. This has been getting a lot of press in local towns around the state. It's up for vote in a bunch of towns as well this next week. So I think it's a great opportunity for the town. It's just the first step. It's not a decision. But we do want to support it. And again, do we have a motion on that? And
I would make a motion.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So just so we're clear, the people that have volunteered to help out and be on that committee are Hope Stagnall, Charlie Townsend, Nancy Rosenthal, and Joan Thompson. So thank you very much. If you're here, I know Charlie is, I don't know. So,
And if someone else would like to join us, we would welcome them.
yeah, great. Any of the three members here, Charlie? No, okay. Go ahead.
While we're on the topic.
Yep.
Along with forming this committee, we need to have the select board sign a joint powers agreement. Or make a motion to.
Well, the only thing we had talked about, because they haven't seen the agreement yet, was we were gonna do that at the next meeting. We wanted to get the committee started. We'll give them the power of the agreement for the next time, because it basically is saying they would authorize me to sign it now. And they haven't seen the document yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the only reason.
thank you.
Great. Thank you. Well, and we got a call, so that's all set there. We got a call last week that they were going to start the Goose Pond Dam construction project. They were supposed to start this week. They started actually bringing in some equipment last week, and lo and behold, because Dan lives on Goose Pond Road, they're bringing in more equipment than they led to believe. So we have to go back and have a conversation with them and get the state involved. So
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like 2 pieces of equipment to get up and running, and I think I was actually gonna take a ride out there today. I did not get out there, but it's been more than that, so.
There's been several, and it's on our radar. If anybody in here is on Goose Pond Road or knows anybody on Goose Pond Road. You know, I just wanna, and I'm gonna continue to bring this up in public session. I think it was the public hearing that we had, and there were a lot of residents from Goose Pond that were in. And we had a good conversation on it, a productive conversation. And one of the things that I mentioned was the fact that I'm concerned about the town of Canaan being stuck repairing the road from Route 4 to the dam. And who is going to be responsible for that? And sure enough, they're trucking in their heavy equipment with lowboy trailers and the warmest March that we can all remember. And you drive the road all the time. I drive it all the time. There's always been a little bad spot in front of the horse farm, but in the last week, you have to be on the other side of the road or you will not come out of it. I mean, it's sunk a foot in a week. So that's just one of the things that I think we need to have on our radar going forward to make sure we know who's going to fix the road.
Okay, thanks, David.
That's a question.
Yeah, Scott,
Is this a private out to bid company that's doing the work?
it's all run by the state, so it is a private company, so yes, but
Have they posted a bond for
so
So it's the
Goose Pond Road?
the state,
truck.
yeah, so we need to reach out to the state. We're gonna do that tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
Scott, yeah. I think that's all we have for a public session. Yes?
Yeah.
Anything else on anybody else's agenda out there? Okay, thank you for coming. Short meeting. Again, really, this is to introduce you to Chet and give you a chance to say goodbye to Jack, so.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions? We're gonna have a motion to go into non-public, but
Motion to go into non-public?
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. That was a quick meeting. Appreciate everyone coming out. Remember, meet the candidates night, March 9th, 5:30 PM here at the EOC and available on Zoom.